Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Moeed Pirzada to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Moeed Pirzada's words. I have some developments related to Pakistan's politics and some developments concerning the United States. The developments related to the United States also have a connection to American Islam, American Muslims and Gaza. Therefore, I request you to watch this till the end. Please try to watch it till the end, because these developments carry an interesting and important message, especially for Pakistani Americans. Now, before I proceed with the developments in Pakistan, let me first present a broader perspective, a lens, or a formula, if you will, for understanding the situation. You often hear that Pakistan's establishment, the generals, want to negotiate or deal with Imran Khan. They have attempted to communicate with him. However, reports often follow that communication attempts fail because Imran Khan is very stubborn. He is inflexible and doesn't understand politics well. He has no sense of compromise. He is not familiar with the rules of the game. I would like to remind you that back in March, when some Pakistani-American physicians visited Islamabad to meet with Pakistan's army generals, one of the generals during their meeting, in a rather angry and confused manner, said that Imran Khan doesn't know how to do politics. He doesn't have the spirit of compromise. In the past, even governments have been challenged, but they knew they had to adjust to compromise. But Imran Khan is too inflexible and is not compromising with the situation. I want to highlight a lens that presents the issue. Inside Adiala jail, General Asim Munir controls two Imrans. Now you may wonder, two Imrans? What does that mean? One Imran is the person who is tortured mentally and physically by the generals and their administration. He is not allowed to meet anyone. His calls go unanswered. He is denied permission to pray Eid. He is not allowed to meet politicians, colleagues from his own party, his family, his siblings or his children. His illness is not treated properly. His TV and newspapers are taken away. His wife is also held in custody there. Over 200 cases have been filed against him, keeping him in constant mental torture. But there's not just the human Imran Khan in Adiala jail. His idea, his vision, is also imprisoned there. This idea is that the millions of people in Pakistan have the right to self-determination. They have the right to vote. For 77 years, every government in Pakistan has said the same thing. The people of Kashmir have the right to self-determination, and Pakistan supports their right to self-determination. But this is the same Pakistan where now we realize that even the Pakistanis do not have the right to self-determination. Through their vote, they cannot elect their government, their choice. This belief that Pakistanis should have civilian supremacy, that army generals should work within the law, that there should be rule of law, and that human rights should be protected. This idea, which Imran Khan represents, is the vision that General Asim Munir is trying to eliminate through mental torture. General Munir offers a deal. You can go abroad, your wife will be released, you can eat whatever you want, meet anyone you like, but you must renounce your vision and idea. The problem here is that this vision of Imran Khan is rooted in democracy, human rights and rule of law. This is the Imran Khan who has cultivated this idea over 30 years. If you use English terms, he is impregnated with the idea of democracy, human rights, rule of law, and Pakistanis' right to self-determination. Now, when I look back over the last 3 years, especially after May 9th, I understand that Imran Khan has always wanted to compromise. He has always been ready to find a solution. But the generals and their team have shown no flexibility in their approach. Until they rethink their approach and show flexibility, no deal or resolution will happen. Now, moving on to another development related to the Pakistan Army Act of 1952 and the amendment made in November 2024. I made a technical mistake in my earlier comments when I said that the amendment did not have any retroactive effect. In reality, they added a clause that effectively means the amendment in November 2024 will be considered as part of the original Pakistan Army Act of 1952. This means that the tenure of the Army Chief, Air Chief and Naval Chief will now be considered 5 years, just as it always was under the original Army Act, even though this is a legal fiction. But this raises the question, will General Asim Munir now remain the Army Chief till 2027? And will the Naval and Air Chiefs also remain in power for 5 years instead of 3? Will the Prime Minister and the President have to refer this amendment to make it official? This is a relevant question, and I want you to refer directly to Google for verification of these legal matters. Now, for those of you in Pakistan, congratulations. For those who do not know, I would like to inform you that earlier this year, in January-February, Google, in competition with big companies like Microsoft, ChatGPT and others, has been a major player in the global corporate competition. Artificial intelligence has also been present within AI. Google had already provided the AI facility in its search engine in the USA by January or February, which we are now using excessively, and some people are abusing it. Some are slowly realizing this. However, this week, Google has also provided this facility in Pakistan, where they have integrated AI with their Google search engine. Now you can just go to it and, like the prompt you would verbally give, I believe as of now, it only accepts prompts in English. Whatever you want to write, you can also give it in Urdu. You can ask questions about anything, and if something doesn't make sense, ask more questions, ask more questions, ask more questions. When you keep asking all these questions regarding this situation in relation to the Army Amendment Act of 1952, you will understand that, according to Pakistan's constitution and the decisions of Pakistan's courts, as well as the Indian constitution and decisions of Indian courts, when we look at them as presidents of Britain, America, Europe, everywhere, the courts have made the same decisions. Everywhere it is written that whenever a law is made, its effect will be prospective, meaning it will apply after the law is made. It will not have a retrospective effect. Because if you give a retrospective effect to a law, it creates a lot of problems. For instance, if today a law is made that anyone who harasses a girl or drinks alcohol will be punished with the death penalty, you would give this punishment only to people from today onwards, so they know that harassment could lead to death. You would not give this punishment to those who have been doing it for the past 20 years or whistling at girls. Similarly, if you set the tenure of the army chief to 5 years, the rights of all the previous army chiefs would be affected. You can find dozens of examples on this matter. I will try to write an article in English on this, but I want you to personally research it because it's quite interesting. Let me also give you another interesting example. What's the difference between listening and learning? If you want to experience love, you can't just watch a movie about love. You might think watching a romantic film will teach you what it feels like to fall in love. But you have to actually fall in love to understand the intensity, the hardship, and all the emotions that come with it. Similarly, when you do your own research on these issues, rather than listening to a podcaster, TV host, or reading statements from a lawyer, there's a world of difference. The more intellectually involved you are, the better you will understand these issues. And it's important to debate on this topic. Now, in this context, I saw that Dr. Shahbaz Gill claimed about 8 to 10 hours ago that there was an unusual meeting near Murree, in the Shingla area, in which Nawaz Sharif, Shahbaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz, and Pakistan's Army Chief, General Asim Munir, also participated. However, when I checked Google, I saw that a month ago, the entire Sharif family had been seen in Murree and Shingla. No new report regarding the last 24 hours had appeared, but Dr. Shahbaz Gill claims that he has information regarding this meeting. He doesn't know what was discussed in the meeting, but he speculates that it could be related to General Asim Munir's future decisions or some upcoming notifications. You can check if there's any news on this. Now, regarding the dynamics of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, as Imran Khan had said that PTI members should resign from the parliamentary committees. They should step back. They are not participating in the elections in Punjab. There has been continuous news that PTI parliamentarians have written and sent their resignations. Zafar, the director of the National Assembly's media, has confirmed that resignations from Faisal Amin and Ali Asa have been received. Junaid Akbar and Sheikh Waqas have also confirmed that they are resigning. Junaid Akbar Khan and Sheikh Waqas resigned from the Public Accounts Committee, where Junaid Akbar was the chairman. There are also members from other committees. Similarly, Malik Amir Dogar, who is the chief whip of PTI, confirmed that resignations are being collected. He also mentioned that between Wednesday and Thursday there was a 4-hour meeting regarding the resignation decisions in PTI. According to him, they are happy about this decision and that Imran Khan has left the final decision to PTI's political committee, where they reached a consensus on the matter. Furthermore, the decision was made regarding the vacant seat due to the death of Mian Azhar, the former governor of Punjab. PTI has decided to contest this seat, but no candidate has been announced yet. However, Ahmad Azhar tweeted that he had received a message from Imran Khan saying that either someone from Mian Azhar's family will be nominated or Ahmad Azhar will nominate someone else. In the past 48 hours, there was also news that Ahmad Azhar had refused to contest elections from a certain place. This led to some concerns about his political orientation, as he had been away from politics for a long time and had no visible presence. When he became visible after his father's death, to receive condolences, no police or intelligence agency attempted to arrest him. This created a concern about his political orientation. Additionally, Minister Atta Tara expressed regret that PTI's members leaving the committee was unjust. He said that at least Ali Zafar, the barrister heading the committee, included him as a minister in all proceedings. Whenever Ali Zafar gave directions, the ministry implemented them. Similarly, Ahmed Bilal Mahbub protested that Imran Khan made another wrong decision. Salman Akram Raja clarified that PTI did not make this decision. This decision was forced on PTI. They were told that they had no room in the system. What will be the impact? Clearly, it won't be that the entire system will collapse. What PTI and Imran Khan have done is send a message to Sharif, Zardari and Asim Raza. The system that you have built is a facade. We do not recognize it, and we are protesting against it. It's a form of moral protest. Moving forward, you've also heard from my previous vlog, and you might have heard that on Tuesday, when Imran Khan met with his sisters, Salman Akram Raja, Barrister Ali Zafar and others, 2 tweets came up. Imran Khan, in strong words, stated that Ali Amin Gandapur should have met him regarding the budget, which he didn't do. However, regarding the law and order situation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and drone strikes military operations, it's important for Ali Amin Gandapur to seek permission from the Supreme Court, brief Imran Khan and meet him. The first news was that Ali Amin Gandapur contacted the Supreme Court and filed a petition under Article 184 or 183, requesting permission to meet Imran Khan in Adiala jail. However, hours later, the Registrar of the Supreme Court rejected this request, stating that Ali Amin Gandapur's petition was incomplete, missing signatures and other required documents. This indicates that the establishment does not want this. The liming egg, which is a metaphorical reference, is something they don't want themselves. They must have gone to the sector commander asking for help. They don't want to meet Imran Khan and fear the consequences of such a meeting, as they see many problems arising from it. Earlier, when Imran Khan sent a message, Ali Amin Gandapur had moved a similar petition in June 2025. At that time, the senior judge, Mansoor Ali Shah, who should have actually been the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, had heard his petition. Obviously, Mansoor Ali Shah also understood the delicate nature of the issue and the desire of some people to prevent Ali Amin Gandapur from meeting Imran Khan, so he directed that the petition be forwarded to the Supreme Court Registrar. Even back then, the Registrar suspended the case, and now, once again, the matter is on hold. Now let's move to developments in America related to Muslims, Islam and Gaza. First, note that a very tragic incident occurred today in Minneapolis where a gunman, mentally disturbed and with gender confusion, who was born a male but identified as a woman, reportedly named Robert Weston, legally changed their name to Robin Weston. The individual entered a church school with an automatic weapon and a handgun and started firing indiscriminately. The latest reports show that 3 innocent children were killed and 17 others were wounded, some critically, as a result of the automatic gunfire. Later, the gunman took their own life. Donald Trump, in response to this, raised the issue of the American flag being hung in various states or regions as a method of symbolizing the situation. What Donald Trump lacks the courage to address is the strict control of gun laws. For instance, no president has succeeded in implementing stricter gun laws, despite many efforts by Democrats. In liberal democratic states like New York, gun control laws are very strict, but in states like Texas and Virginia, where Republicans are in power, gun control laws are very lax. This is a significant tragedy in America. America is the only country among the 180 or so nations where people without any personal connection go and kill others. In countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria and India, violence often has a cause, be it sectarian or religious, and there's usually some identification behind the violence. In contrast, in America, people simply go and kill children with no connection to them, driven by their own madness and mental illness. The treatment of mental illness is complex, but the control of the supply of automatic weapons can be managed by the government. However, there is no consensus on this issue because of the power and influence of gun lobbies like the NRA, the National Rifle Association, which funds many politicians, particularly Republicans. Donald Trump, in the past 6 months, has not made any significant moves in this regard, and what could be done, such as introducing a psychiatric certificate requirement for gun purchases, has not been taken seriously. If such measures were introduced, where people buying weapons would need a psychiatric evaluation, the number of senseless killings could be reduced significantly. Moving forward, let's consider another situation that has unfolded in the past 24 hours. A 26-year-old woman named Valentina Gomez, who is running a congressional campaign in Texas's 31st District, released a video in which she dressed in military fatigues, holding a weapon that emits flame and oil, burning a Quran. She was shouting slogans against Muslims, claiming that Muslims are responsible for raping daughters and beheading sons, and that Texas must be cleansed of Islam and Muslims. This is particularly alarming considering that Muslims make up a very small minority in Texas, perhaps 1 or 5%. Why is Valentina Gomez doing this? She is a member of the Make America Great Again campaign, which has been increasingly anti-Muslim. There's a larger political agenda behind it, aiming to stir up hatred. Say, the Muslim and Pakistani American community must respond wisely to this situation and not fall into the trap of threats or violence. Instead, it is important to handle this matter with strategic wisdom and practical action. Every Pakistani American and Muslim in America should be aware that every year hundreds of children are killed by shooters in this country, which often comes from a failure to address the gun control issue. The Republican Party and right-wing groups consistently oppose gun control, citing the Second Amendment of the Constitution. The more we align with the liberal lobby in America that supports gun control, the better position we will have in American politics. Now, in the context of the international political situation, I had mentioned in the past week that Donald Trump had a meeting regarding Gaza with Steve Whitfield. That meeting, which I previously described as a mountain that turned into a mouse, has taken place, and the discussion focused mainly on the post-ceasefire reconstruction of Gaza. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, had suggested the idea of cleansing Gaza of Palestinians to create a new area called Beachfront Riviera. At the same time, there's another development related to Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner, who had been convicted of financial fraud in 2005. Donald Trump pardoned him, and in May of this year, the Senate confirmed his nomination as the U.S. ambassador to Paris. 2 days ago, Charles Kushner published an opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal accusing French President Emmanuel Macron of being responsible for an increase in anti-Semitic sentiments in France. This stems from Macron's criticism of Israel's actions in Gaza and his support for Palestinian statehood. Meanwhile, in France, there has been a political crisis involving Prime Minister Gill. The crisis is related to the budget and financial issues, but there's a larger political element at play. Prime Minister Gill may soon face a vote of no confidence, leading to the possible collapse of the French government. Although President Macron won't be directly affected, since his position is separate, this political turbulence is clearly related to his stance on Gaza and Israel. Macron's position on Palestine and Israel is creating significant political pressure in France, and the international political landscape is shifting in response. That wraps up our translation of Moeed Pirzada's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.